Alright guys, so I'm going to do my first program here with my Arduino Uno. So here's my little Arduino, here's my little Arduino here. Now I'm going to take the shield that we've already talked about, and I'm just going to connect that, just make sure that I do that right. You guys will figure this out, it's not rocket science. The pins go in the holes, squish it together. Okay, so it's a little sandwich. Okay, so after that, take your USB and plug it in. Bam, and we're in business. Now, my goal here is I'm going to get an LED that I'm going to connect to this thing, and I'm going to start blinking. So here's my LED. Here's my LED. Now I'm going to take that. It's a. See if you can see that. It's a digital green LED. So that means that it needs to get connected to the digital section here. There's a digital section and an analog section. You can see there it says the letter D, and there it says the letter A. You'll see it when you're playing with it. Now I'm going to plug this into my digital section. I'm going to plug it into slot number 7. Not for any particular reason. You can just plug it into pretty much any of the slots from 2 to 13. I'm going to choose number 7 here. Good idea for you to choose number 7 as well, so you can follow along with exactly what I'm doing. Okay, that's the setup complete. That's my physical section of my physical computing. I'm just going to have to code this now. So I'm going to do that in Arduino. Let's take a look. So first thing we need to do is put our setup code in here, and that setup code runs only once, the very first time. You start the code running and the setup code runs. Now in order for us to set this thing up, we just need to do one thing here. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is I guess tell our program how we've set this up. Otherwise it just won't know otherwise. So we need to initialize port 7 as an output. That's because it's going to output light. Okay, something's coming from the Arduino out into there. So it's going to output light. We'll see other things, inputs, like for instance a game controller is an input, a sensor, an ultrasonic sensor is an input. Okay, so we need to initialize port 7 as an input. Okay, so in order to initialize it as an input, we do the following: pin mode. Now that just means the mode of those pins. Okay, so we're setting up a pin mode. So the pin mode of port 7, because remember I plugged it into port 7, is an output. So all we've written there is that the mode of pin number 7, it's an output. Okay, that's it. That's all I need to do for my initial setup. So you'll notice here as well that I'm doing some comments here. I really want you guys to get in the habit of doing comments when you do these codes. Alright, so that's it. We've set it up physically, and we've also set it up in the software as well in our code. In the next video, we'll actually program a loop so it does something. Alright, thanks a lot.